we're forming something that's growing, it's organic. But if we just impose our energy over their pureness, we're actually suppressing them. And that's what we can't do. We cannot suppress our children. As brilliant as they are, as awkward as they may seem, you've got to tap into that difference. You've got to tap into that and really start, because that information is coming to them from somewhere. They're not just, it's not just happened. That information is coming to them from somewhere. It's from a pure source. Imagine, why they can't, the damages that all the stuff that we as adults get, it can't even get to them. So we've got to really support the pureness of our children. So homeschooling and all of this, is so important, because our children aren't just the 6-7-year-olds. They're 15 and 20, and my daughters are in their 40s. But they're still my children. They're still, and we, every adult will know your child is your child and will always be your child. And us as adults, we know we are our parents' children. So it never stops. So we cannot let the children down, because we have done up to now. The reason why we're in this way the world is now is because we've not questioned. It's not our fault, because we've not been allowed to question. There's been nobody who's been accountable. You can't, there's no government that you can go and say, well, what's going on, government? Why are you doing? There's nobody accountable. They do what they want to do, and we've accepted. But we can't let that happen to the next generation, because we've seen the results of what happens from that. So we can't. We can't. I don't know why, but we just cannot. It cannot happen. We cannot let our children go through what we've gone through, and we cannot let the world evolve to the way that they were evolving it. I look around and I see, like, say for instance, I've got a friend here, Harley. He's got his children are just amazing, and I know that they're pure children. They're pure hearts. You can't. There's nothing you can do. We had little
Ariel,
yeah. She never said a word to no one. She was in her own little world. She was in her own, and she's so pure. You couldn't interact. You couldn't interrupt that pureness. And this is what we need to tap into, because it's energy for us as well. It's a bit of a greedy thought as well, because they are energizing us. It's energy that's coming back to us. We, read the Bible and all that. We were supposed to be living 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, whatever, however many hundreds of years. And why we don't? Because part of that energy, we're not taking that energy from before the grandparents would look after the children. So every generation, they were skipping a generation, as it were, because the parents would go out to work, the grandparents would look after the children. So I'm the grandparent now. So the elder one would get that energy again. So he was kind of being energized. So that's why we would keep longer, and everything would work. But now everyone is at work. The children are in the bloody childcare, whatever, costing you millions of pounds, or they're on the computer. What life have they got? Come on. We are so much better than that. And because we're a different kind of level of people, we can appreciate that we've got to really be putting it into our children. Don't let the system brainwash your children with how we were brainwashed, because it's a lie. We know it's a lie. We know all the schooling we've been through has been a lie. So now let's start getting the truth out there. The children know the truth. The main word that come out of a young child is why. Why, Daddy? Why? We don't even say why anymore. We let the system do whatever they like, and we don't ask them why. So that's another thing we've got to learn. It's so simple. We've got to tap into these energies. We've got to keep growing, because we've not start growing. We've got to keep growing now. We've stepped out of the system, if you like, and we are now, as much as we're only just doing our autonomo, whatever it be, all our things, but we've already subconsciously, we've already done all of that. We're just doing the paperwork to it all now. We are free. We're every single one of us. We've already taken ourselves out of their systematic control, and we have freed ourselves, and we are now going through the motions of the paperwork. The first thing, heads, how do you call it? The affidavit, and the this and the that and the that. But already we're here. We've already freed ourselves. We know. We go to our meetings. We're talking to people because we are free. We know to them. We're saying to them what you need to do because we know